So JD Vance's kind of behavioral interpretation, psychological interpretation of his natal birth chart. He is a Leo rising. He is a Leo, sun sign in Leo, but that thing is in the 12th house, so it's almost like, his sense of self, his joy, his childhood, his inner, his pure authenticity or whatever, like we all have our childhood, natural personalities, but depending on what kind of home environment you were raised in, you can completely change, or kind of move away from, how you feel, like, how you're aligned with your inner being, and his is in the 12th house. So it's kind of put in a closet, turned off the lights, and you shut the door, and so his shine, his childhood, his play, his joy, his sense of self, he had to just throw it in the closet, turn off the lights, and shut the door because he had a traumatic kind of childhood upbringing. His IC, or that 4th house, is ruled by Scorpio. Extremely deeply emotional, very chaotic and transformational emotionally. Major ups and downs, a lot of secrets, a lot of skeletons in his closet, a lot of dealing with psychology within the childhood upbringing, and when you're a child, you're not going to be aware of these psychological effects that's going to follow you through your adult life, and being even aware of that so you can unlearn it and start working on it, not very easy, and he has Mars right there on his IC line, so a lot of fighting, one-sidedness and stuff that's playing out in his home and childhood upbringing, and that Uranus in the 4th house, a lot of shocking, crazy events, or impulsive communications that are just shocking and disturbs his home environment, his emotions, and like his stability, a sense of safety and emotional stability is kind of shaken. His midheaven, that top part of this chart, the MC, ruled by Taurus, he comes off as very grounded, stable, financially wealthy, does the bare minimum, kind of maybe lazy, just goes about doing things in a way where it's just getting, taking the most benefit, but doing it the kind of lazy way. Because that's kind of a Taurus energy, wants things to be pleasant and nice and enjoy the finer things in life, but working smart, not necessarily working hard.